All right, we just got back after the half, and Rut with the quick score. Pool was deep in their zone. They made one huge hawk down the field, and then they just had 3 or 4 people running. And it was a quick little shovel pass into the end zone. So 8-7. That's why it's critical to get that 2-point lead going into the half. 8-7 here for Regiment over Rut Regina Ultimate Team. And we have the O-line on now. We've got Joseph Hong, we've got Cam Penny, we've got Workman, we've got Dormady, we've got Costigan, Young, and Mascarin. They signaled already. Number 7 of Regina with the disc now. And he's getting ready for the pull. And away we go. Regina pull comes back down. Mascarin's going to settle underneath it. Puts it up to Dormady. Dormady now with it. Dormady up the middle to Young. Young's looking. Young goes right across to Workman now. Workman back to Young. Young back to Workman. Workman back to Young. Up to Hong. Hong with the fake goes to Penny now. Penny back to Young. Oh, Penny puts it out to Hong, and Hong dives, and it goes off his fingertips. So a turnover just outside of the Rut end zone. That's Costigan on the disc. Joe Hong, great coverage on his man. And great D. So they actually turn it over on count, I believe. This one of the first times I've seen that. So Mascarin gets it. Mascarin back to Dormady. Dormady's looking across. He got Moose. That's Moose now. Moose is waiting for somebody. He throws it out to Penny. Penny jumps up, lands in the end zone. So another apple for Big 69. Moose Workman, as he adds to his totals. I think he's going to finish probably this tournament. He's going to finish close to the top 5 for sure. He was in 5, I think, heading into this game. A couple of the players that are ahead of him are going to be in the championship game, so it's going to be interesting to see, but having quite the game as always. It's the little things you see him doing off the disc that the young players could really learn from, right? So with that, Regiment get their 2-point lead back, and the D line comes in, and we have Mayo, Sismondo, House, Walsh, Hiscock, Head, and Hodder with the disc ready for the pull. Signals he's ready. Mom, you better have the tide broke out or the bleach when he comes home, because he's covered. And Hodder with the pull is going back. Oh, great pull right down the corner. I thought it was going to sail out. All right. Good pressure. They're going to come across. Sismondo just misses. Good effort by Sismondo there. Now Head's on it. Head's still on the disc here.
Out, Jeff. Drag him out.
Go to the middle. Oh, House made the extra little move. Almost got his hands on it. Mayo's there now. Now Head. Mayo back. Mayo. Good pressure. Comes in the outside. Throws through the middle. Oh, and House again just almost poached in the middle. Hodder grabs it. Hodder's now takes possession in the middle. So the D-line get a turnover. Hodder to House to Sismondo. Sismondo's looking for Hodder. He's got Hodder. Hodder fakes it. Fakes the hook. Looking to go. He got Hiscock. Easy pass to Hiscock here. So Hiscock's looking around, waiting for someone to cut for him. Puts it out to House. Great cut by House. House now is going to put it in the end zone to Sismondo. Oh, yeah. Sismondo reels that one in. House through another dime. Deep in the end zone. Had a curl back in. And Sismondo turns on the afterburners and grabs that disc to open it up to a 3-point lead here now. Massive point for Regiment. The D-line to come up with a point there. Awesome.
And there's 1, cutter's 4.
All right, so fresh legs coming on the field now. And the 3-point lead by Regiment over Rut. They've hit double digits. 15 is game point. So putting himself at the 3 points, putting himself in a good position now. So we have Gatto, Butler, McCowan, Santos, Hom, Coles, and Murphy. Murphy's signaling he's ready. Murphy's going to have to pull here. He's waiting for Rut to signal. We get the signal from Rut. And here comes Murphy. Murphy throws it up. Oh, it looks like, oh, it is going to come back. Good stuff. Threw it up. It hung up. Just over half. Right there. So Gatto is on it. They got a zone D coming in now. Gatto, Coles, and Butler trying to get their zone D going. Thrown through the middle. Just missed by Gatto. Going back. Now Coles is on it. Coles is there. Throws it across field.
Mel called!
Catch.
Mel
Gatto
called!
on it.
Around. Stevens is poached!
Coles. That's Coles up on the disc. Good pressure there by Coles. Puts it back. That's Gatto. Gatto is there. Hong on the man here now. He's, oh. Looks like they call out the disc. I don't think he's calling something. Oh, Butler I think was down there, so he just stopped the play. Hong checks disc back in. Now there's Coles on it. Coles is there. Now Gatto there. Puts up the foot to block it. Now Coles is trying to cover. Good pressure by Coles. Good coverage. Gatto now. They switch off. Gatto with the disc. Oh, they go for the hook. It's not inside. That's number 23, Stevens. Bit of a mismatch there. He got the disc, and then he just a little shovel pass into the receiver, I think Pfeiffer, in the end zone, and they cut the lead to 2. So we have Regiment 10 and Rut 2.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks, brother. Sorry I'm in your way a bit.
No.
Right? Yeah.
Followers, all the big stuff.
I'll add you later, man.
That's the only fan.
So, Rut cuts the lead to 2. Great group of guys, always chatting and up on the side. So they cut the lead to 2, and the O-line comes out now. So Rut are getting ready with the pull. Costigan signals that they're ready. We have Mascaron, Costigan, Workman, Dormady, Young, Moores, and Campenny. So the pull is away. Looks like it's a good pull. Great pull. Mascaron settles underneath it. He goes to Dormady in the middle. Dormady comes up to Costigan. Costigan now over to Penny. That's Penny with the disc. He goes in the middle to Young. Young's looking for support. Goes back to Dormady. Dormady now looking. He's got Moose in the middle. Moose got it. Moose goes with a hook. He's got Penny going deep. Penny's got it. Just about 3 feet outside the zone. And they call a timeout, I believe. So they get within 3 feet of the end zone, and Campenny calls the timeout. Let the O-line get some water, keep hydrated here. big point here right now. So great decision making there by Cam Penny, the veteran. He pulls in that long hook by Moose, Andrew Workman, but he decides that the good patience and everything, that he's just going to call a timeout and set up a play here to make sure that they convert this this important point. If they can get this here right now, they'll open up their 3-point lead again. So Rut really put the pressure on just before the half, and they tied it up, but then Regiment responded with the O-line and the D-line both coming out and getting a point each. So they went into the half with a 2-point lead. But Rut absolutely came back with the first point to make it a 1-point game. And it was 8-7, but now Regiment are getting their groove back on, and they've got a 2-point lead, going for seeing if they could get double ones here now. So we're setting up. We got Workman in the backfield here. We got Cam Penny on the disc. He's going to check the disc in. He fakes it, comes back to Moose. Moose got it now. It's going to go. Oh, looks like got back to Penny. He comes cross field over to Mascarin. That's Mascarin with it now. Mascarin goes to Moose in the middle. That's Moose. Moose fakes, goes to Penny. Penny now with it. Penny's looking for someone to cut. Got Dormady. Dormady with it now. Dormady's going to go back to Penny. Oh, and Penny climbs the ladder. One-handed grab. Comes down with it. And Regiment make it 11-8. So they open up their 3-point lead again. Massive point there. Very smart decision making by the, you can tell the veterans, right? Like, I mean, in the senior league too. That's a couple of times when you feel like, my God, they were way upfield. They had most people behind them. Why didn't they score? Why would they call a timeout and let the other team set up and that? But Cam Penny recognized that he didn't have the look that he wanted. He called a timeout. They got Hillary Walsh in to set up a play, and obviously you can tell it was a good decision now because Regiment have a 3-point lead. So the D-line now comes out. We have Hiscock, we have Sismondo, we have House, we have Mayo, we have McCowan, and we have Walsh on the disc with the pull. Is going to be number 44 Hotter. And away we go. It's Hotter with the pull. Looks like a solid pull. It's going to get down there. Boys are beating it down the field. So they're on the disc now. Looks like they're setting up zone D. And that's Mayo on the disc. Goes back. Oh, Hiscock almost picked that one off already. Zone D there. Zone D can be confusing when you haven't seen it a lot, right? So Rut are trying to figure this one out. They're going back into their zone. Oh, it was almost thrown away there. Now they come up through the middle. So they've gotten out of the zone D, but Regiment are going to set it all up again. So we got Walsh here with them as well. That's Hiscock on the disc. Hiscock is putting some good pressure on. Rut got to go backwards in order to get to break that zone defense. Now that's House. House is on the disc. They come back again. Mayo. Hiscock now on the disc. Hiscock putting pressure under. There's a little bit of contact. So he just calls the contact there as Hiscock bumped the handler. All right. Discs checked in again. Oh, just going to make sure they got right field position. All right. And away we go. Disc is checked in. Go cross field. That's House on the disc. Oh, Michael Walsh just out of his reach. Christensen comes in with it, and he throws a disc into the end zone. And I think that's Benson, number 8, with Rut with the score. So they cut it back to a 2-point lead again. Michael Walsh. Oh, he's It's like a cat ready to pounce at any minute. It's great watching them on D when they can kind of tell if something's going to happen. Anticipation is obviously huge with D and stuff as well. But Michael Walsh has been pretty dialed in this weekend when he sees a play happening, and he goes for it. And he's after having a couple of really nice D blocks. He just missed that one, and fortunately for the Rut team that he did miss it, because if not, they wouldn't have had that score. So great effort. All right, Rut scored, so they're going to have to pull. Regiment signaled already. We have Mascarin, we have Costigan, we have Workman, we have Dormady, Young, Penny, and Jack Moores is the O-line ready here. So you know that they're going to want to keep this get back to that 3-point lead. So Disc is it's not sided out. I don't think it hit the ground in and rolls out, so they had to take it from where it went out. Mascarin put the foot out trying to block it, but it was way too far ahead. That's Mascarin with the hammer throw crossfield of Moores. He loves the hammer throw and he's so accurate with it. All right, Penny now up to Costigan. Costigan got someone deep. Costigan with the hook. He's got Workman in there. Workman got a few steps on him, but it's hanging up. Oh, yeah. That was Pfeiffer with the D coming back, trying to get in and break Workman's concentration, but Moose eyes lit up with that one, and he just timed that perfectly and came down with the disc. So that makes it 12-9 for Regiment over Rut. So it's Regina Ultimate Team in green and Regiment of Newfoundland in white. So O-line exits, and on comes the D-line. And we have Hiscock, Cole, Sismondo, House, Hahn, Walsh, and Hodder on the D line. The logo on Buddy's jersey that just scored in the last end zone and ran out around me then is a bear riding a bicycle. Classic. You don't know what you're going to see up here. All right, so Regiment are ready to pull. They're waiting for Regina to signal they're ready. Regina signals, and that's Hodder with the pull. It's going down deep. I think it's going to stay in here. It's going to go down to the side. Oh, and it just sails out of the corner. It was halfway into the end zone and just went out to the side, so they will come back to the brick mark. So a brick mark that allows the D to mark up their men. They come to probably a quarter of the field. Now that's Walsh. Walsh is on the disc. Looks like they're going to try. This Walsh again came from behind. Try to get a hand on it. Walsh is still on that disc. Now Hiscock. Hiscock is there. Hiscock from behind almost swatted out of Benson's hand. So it goes up the middle. Now Walsh is on the disc. They're looking for someone to pass it to. Comes through the middle. Hiscock, they set up his own D. Coming back. Hiscock is now on the disc. Switched over to the side. That's House now on the disc there. Throwing up. Hodder now. Hodder on the disc. They're looking for someone for a short pass. Tries to cut it across. Hodder's got his pressure on there. Walsh. Now Walsh is going. Oh, they go for a low throw. Good pressure. And a boy, Walshy! Great job, Mike. Great pressure by Walsh. He kicked the foot up high, and the Rut handler tried to go low, and he ran out of real estate there as it hit the ground. So Otter back to Coles. Coles going to go through the middle of Sismondo. Sismondo swings it out to House. House now got it. House goes into Hiscock. That's Hiscock with it here now. There's a pick called in the middle, so they hold up here. I'm just picking up on it now that this Hiscock might be Todd Hiscock's brother, because he looks an awful lot like him. And I saw Todd was tuned in earlier. All right, Hiscock with the disc. Hiscock goes across field now to Coles. Coles goes deep into Hong. Hong, oh! He stopped running in and he tried to climb the ladder, but he was just a little misread. Probably could have ran in a couple more feet. Disc stayed up high in the air, kind of floated on him. Oh, Hatter with the dive, almost now a hawk is throwing in, and it's not going to be anywhere near the receiver. So, D-line, bit of a break here. Let's settle it down, D, here we go. Joe Ho, Joseph Hong. All right, Hatter's going to take it at the goal line. So, bit of patience now. We got to work it back up the field. Hatter goes out to Sismondo. Sismondo swings it out to House again. House to Hong. Hong is there. Hong puts it up the line to Sismondo. Great pass. Sismondo runs it down. Sismondo got it now. He goes in the middle of Hiscock. Hiscock has gone across the House. House is looking. He's got Michael Walsh on the wing. Walsh got it now. Walsh is looking for someone. Puts it in the middle of Coles. Coles has it now. Coles is looking for, he wants House, I think. He does. He gets it back to House. House got it now. House with the little flick over to Coles. Coles with the one-hander. Puts it in. He got Hong. Hong with it now. Hong's looking. He got Hatter. Oh, and it's Joe Ho to Mac Ho. And Hatter reels in another goal there now. So it's 13-9. And great look by Joseph Hong there. Great movement all the way up the field, actually. It was almost like I could, the same play, they ran it back to back, but they actually, when Joseph Hong got it right here in front of me on the sidelines, his pass to Sismondo is what really broke the field open. So they got down inside the, just outside the Rut end zone, and great patience. They moved it back and forth the field until we had got someone cut and had a step on their mark. So, all right. So we have the O-line is back out again now, but they're on D actually, because the D-line just scored, and that was a long shift. So I think they're bagged over there now. So out here we have Ethan Head, we have Mayo, we have Penny, we've got Workman, we've got Dormady, we've got McCowan, and we got Gatto. So that's Workman. Workman with the pull. It looks like a nice pull. Oh, kind of nice little uplift there too. Oh, it's just sitting up there. They get down. McCowan's down on the disc already. So good field position there. Great pull by Moose. Let's get switched. That's Gatto. Gatto is there on the disc now.
Full gear, no jogging.
Gatto. Oh, good pressure by Gatto. And great pressure. And he forces the handler to throw it out there. And he misread where Christensen, his receiver, was. Dormady over to Workman now. Workman looking in the middle. He's going to call a timeout. So Workman calls timeout here. They're just inside of midfield. And yeah, Saki Evely. So if you're just tuning in now, it's game 8 of the tournament, game 3 of the day, and Newfoundland Regiment seem like they're in control of this one right now. Regiment have a 13-9 lead, so they just opened it up to the biggest lead of the game, a 4-point lead over Rut of Regina. That's the Regina Ultimate Team, and we got decent field position. We're inside of the half now, inside of Rut's half, and Workman call a timeout, so they want to set up another play. So whistle goes. I think Not sure if that's for this field or not. Looks like the timeout is getting close. Yeah, happy you still have that accent. It's hard to lose that when you're living there for probably about 38 years, or sorry, 48 years. So it's too bad we didn't connect while I was over at Nabe's house the other day. So and by the way, I don't have an accent, you have an accent. All right, so we're getting ready. Timeout is over, and Moose, Andrew Workman, is going to take the disc, and it's checked in by the Rut defender. Workman goes back to Penny. That's Penny now with the disc. Penny with the fake flick. He wants someone for support. He's looking out, and that's McCowan. McCowan puts it up to Dormady. Dormady with it now. Dormady throws it into Workman. Oh, and he makes easy work of it. No pun intended. And Dormady throws it to Moose in the end zone. And Moose, I'd say that's probably his 4th goal today. So, and I mean just in this game alone. So that 14-9, I believe. So we are at game point. It looked like they were all shaking hands like it was done, but we're still at game point now. And Regiment are in a position to finish this off. So I just thought the same thing. I thought it was a little odd, right?
They might have thought it was over.
They might have.
And here comes Jack Moores with the ugly stick. Newfoundland team brought their own ugly stick up with them. All right, so D-line are on, and Rut are going to do everything possible now. They've loaded up a line. They're going to do everything possible to end or make sure they extend this game. That's Hotter with the disc now. Hotter with the pull. So looks like a great pull. Hanging up there. It's going to go down inside their zone. And here comes Rut. Rut are coming up. That's Hiscock on the disc. Back, that's Sismondo, sorry. Butler on the disc.